up, brother?
What's going on? How are ya?
I am blessed. How you feeling?
I'm well. Thank you so much for having me on. This is good stuff. I'm
It's
excited.
about time.
I know.
We
First of
haven't been in
all,
a collab. We tried to collab on something before, but you had just gotten your new advancement in your job, and you got a new role that you moved. So I was like, well, we'll get some time. We'll work it out. So here we are today. We get a chance to talk a little bit.
here I be. Here I be. Thank you so much for having me on. First of all, congratulations to you. This is a good space for you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate this. This is
Yeah.
feeling good, and you are doing your thing. As some, we
Thank
see
you.
each other grow in multiple spaces in multiple ways, and I just want to first encourage everybody who's watching today. Feel free to ask questions, talk to us, throw
Yeah.
some things at us. We are both very capable people of handling impromptu conversations. So feel free. Corey, how you doing? Everybody who's joining, everybody, this is Quentin Harris. He is amazing, amazing talent. I would just say there's so many
Thank
things
you.
that you do. Absolutely, so many things that you do. So many things that you are a part of. Give me a rundown of what you got going on right now, because you got like I know like 10 things. So let's.
Okay, so right now I currently have going on. Well, first of all, my book is out. It's been out since last year. It's
Here's
called it's my 50 Days of Affirmation titled Dear Dreamer. Basically, a lot of people jump on a journey of entrepreneurship or success and everything else, and sometimes you get lost along the way. So my book is basically my second book. Excuse me. My book is basically different affirmations that keep you going throughout the day, because sometimes I feel like people just need a little push. Sometimes I feel like
yes.
people need just encouragement for us sometimes. And I feel like people like myself, you, bosses, other people like that, people in leadership positions, sometimes we pour so much into everybody else that we're sometimes left with nothing. So I created the book for people like us, creatives, who have to pour out all the time. So I just made something to be poured back into, which is crazy because you were around when I wrote my first book. So for me to be on my second book, feel like
I'm
I'm doing
proud
all
of
right.
you.
That's so crazy. Look how life works. Now you're interviewing me about my second book. That is
Look at
crazy.
that. I know that's just the way the world works. When you have positive energy, it attracts great people together.
Yeah.
And no matter time or distance, it allows. That's why I tell people all the time, like, people are so worried about not finding love. And we're going to talk about it in a minute for you. But people talk
Oh,
about not
love.
finding
Okay.
love, not finding love. But the truth is if you put that positive energy out there, it's going to come back to you one way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And so here we are as a living testament of that in our own friendship. So I'm glad to have you on the show and seeing you with your second book.
Yeah.
You are now in California. Tell me about how that transition from Atlanta to California has been.
Well, originally I was supposed to only come out here to take a break for like a month, lose some weight, catch some Cali fun, and just relax, honestly, because I was doing so much in Atlanta back to back
Yeah.
to back. And so I just wanted to take a break. However, me coming out here, I loved it. And I started seeing changes within myself, and I started
Mm.
seeing growth within me. And I just started seeing me think on another level. And I
Mm.
was like, this feels good. It made me get back to a place of being uncomfortable. I think me being in Atlanta, I accomplished a lot, and I did some great things in Atlanta. However, I felt like I wasn't growing. And
Mm.
with what it is that we do, we always want to be in a place of always wanting to be better, wanting to grow. So once I came out to Cali,
Facts.
I had some different opportunities present themselves. Right place, right time. I feel like God really shifted me here to make change in what it is that I do, and make even change for me concerning things personally with my career. So, I am just ready for Cali to get out this quarantine. However, with that being said, when people want to create a lane, I'll make one. So with that being said, I'm now the executive producer of Chasing LA, which is
Yes.
thank you, which is a breakoff franchise from Chasing Atlanta under the Chasing Reality franchise, and so just creating a lane to put other people on.
I love that, man. And you have really helped to promote a lot of different people and given people a platform to be able to expose their talents and their gifts. I know, let's talk about this a little bit, because I know in our last talk, with Jalen just a moment ago, we're talking about Black men and excellence. How do you feel like your work with Chasing Reality is helping the young Black men that are attached to these the series.
I think it's going to help young Black men, especially young Black LGBT. Um,
Yes.
we don't get we're always the purse holder, the assistant. We're always the side piece.
Yes.
So I wanted to create a lane for we are the talent. And I
Mm.
wanted, I had some incredible opportunities come behind the Chasing Atlanta brand. So I just wanted to, with me, all being knowledgeable, and I've been a part of the industry for a while. I just wanted to create a lane to put other people on, because there's some talented people out here in our community, but we're always behind the scenes, or there is just no lane for
No.
there's just no lane for it, period. So I'm just like, it's an open playing field. Why not take what I've done and try to step over there? If if I fail, then I'll step back on the other side. However, I just want to step out and try, because the platform did some incredible things for me. And if I can be in a position to open the door for others, I love that. I love to give back.
I love that, because what you just said is so true. When I was talking to, she just joined, Miss Hedgepeth, just the other day, it was true that women have the same struggle, that women for a long time have had to create their own spaces and their own lanes, their own communities, in order to really push it forward. We got some young ladies on right now watching, like Olga, who is in her own lane in photography. And for Black gays, for LGBT people who identify in ways that aren't considered traditional, they're definitely we're there. We're in those spaces.
Yeah.
We are always present. You are always in entertainment, in legal work, in
We're
any
the reason
field.
they look good, okay?
The reason they look good, they sound good, the
Sound
reason they eat
good.
good
Exact.
food,
Thank you.
right? All of it. Like, we are predominantly the reason why it is.
Yeah.
I will never forget working in the National Urban League, and knowing at the time, like, the president of our organization was gay, but closeted, knowing that we had a lot of the other leaders who were, but no one could talk about it. And so there was this space that they couldn't even create the space in that space that they occupied, because it was a traditional space. And so, like, for you, having to create out of nothing something in order to have that space, where does that sense of identity and courage come from, to take nothing and make something? Because to me, that feels a lot like God speaking into the
Right. I'm
atmosphere.
about to say,
And
come on,
hello,
Byron, wrap
to
me
me,
up.
it
You
sounds
know,
a
you
lot like
sounded
God
thirsty.
speaking into the darkness and saying, "Let there be some light," because we need some light up in here. So you tell me, where does that come from for you? How
I'm
does
about
that?
to say, hold on now. I'm a little.
Come
Okay,
on,
let me
now.
tell you. Let me tell you about me without going left and without being too much.
Go for it. This is
I
the heart.
think
We talk real here. So you all right? You said
right. Okay. I feel like God created people like you and I to be in positions like this, because I'm bold in what I speak, and God don't like no weak saints. And
that's real.
no, seriously. I feel that I feel like God, put me in a position as such, because a lot of people are afraid to talk. A lot of people are afraid to be in the front line. And I didn't ask to be in the front line of this. My purpose and my passion just so happened to align themselves. And let's just say God has been taking care of me along the way. And I haven't had to I haven't went without anything. If anything, He
Yeah.
opened more doors for me, because I had my hand out trying to help others instead
Ooh.
of trying to keep the blessing inside. And even with the my book, even with that, I'm always pouring into other people. So I feel like that's why God continuously opened doors for me. And
I agree.
the reason that I feel like that I've been put into a position as such is because I'm bold, and I can come with both sides. You can't come at me with industry stuff, because I know my shit.
Right.
You can't come at me with Bible stuff, okay? Because
Right.
I pray you under this whole building. So
That's
I'm
real.
I'm good on both sides, and I feel that that's why God has positioned me like this, because I work hard, and I don't. It's not both. So this is all God. Just a few years ago, I was coming to you saying, "Hey, Byron, I don't know where to start with this book. And here it is 2 or 3 years later. It's all
Yes.
about your purpose and your passion online. Okay, ask me something else because I go on and on and
Oh no, I love that. This is right up my alley. Let me tell you something. This is right up my alley. There is a space right now for people, and the reason why this conversation is so imperative is that we are in a season of such dynamic transition and uncertainty. And people have to be confident in who they are in order to create out of this chaos, to create out of the void that is our society right now, and all the things that we don't know what's coming up tomorrow. And so there has to be something within yourself that you're able to see that others may not see. There has to be something in the darkness, because I keep talking about this because it's part of my new book coming up, Successful Love. But in that, I talk about God being able to see in the dark something that was a possibility, and to see this possibility and to speak it before it was actually seen. And you have to be able to be that person. And Quentin, this is why I like you. You are the type of person to say things, and when you say them, you're speaking in a faith that is so big that even if you aren't able to attain the full thing, the full measure of it, you're able to at least get some of it. And the sum of it is like day one of creation.
It's
And
that size of the mustard seed.
and the next is day two of creation. But you're speaking that there will be a world. And what's happening is the more you're speaking each day, more is created. I said this, that there is the best gift you can give to not just God, but to the world, is to be your authentic self.
Yeah.
That is the best gift you can give to God, that you can give to anyone, is to be truly you, because who you were made to be is literally a gift to the world. You are
that's your golden ticket.
That's your ticket.
That's your golden ticket.
That is
the power is in you. Yes, I 1000% agree with you on that. The power is in you. He created you specifically for this. And I feel that even in this whole transition of, quarantine and everything that's happening, this is all stuff that God, we need to be paying attention. And I hate for this to go left, and Q-tips, if y'all watching, catch up where you can, but it's another side of me. In this season, be prepared. In this season, Jamal, ask me something else.
No, you go on. We're pushing this out today.
I'll just say this. Everything that you worked for, you've asked for, you wanted, you desired, now is the time to plant those seeds into fertile ground, because in this season, God is moving like never before, and that's why so much chaos going on. That's it. And you have to know how to see. And if you can't see, you have to be connected to somebody who can see you through these times. Because if you don't strategically write the vision and make it plain in these times, when we get on the other side of this, things are going to be so different that you're going to be lost.
Yes, sir. So different that you will be lost. Let me tell you something about that farmer, about those seeds, brother, because you are so right. The farmer has to be able to break up that ground, and that ground is disruption. There has to be disruption in your life to be able to create something new. There has to be something that is literally disturbed in your life. And right now, our entire world is going through the creative, right? The disturbed state for a creative breakthrough. We're about to have a creative break. This is the season of creators. This is the season of people that are able to take nothing, like I said earlier, and create something. And you are doing that with everything that you're doing. Tell me how the Chasing LA is going to disturb LA, and how it's going to create something new that's different than what we've seen before.
Okay, how it's going to well, it's already disturbing LA, baby, because these LA boys been down here cutting up since we announced that there's going to be a show. I don't know about disturbing LA. What I will say is going to be something refreshing from LA, because it's a lot of amazing talent in LA that's overlooked because they may not have the social media numbers, or they may be bigger than what we like to see on Instagram and all of that type of stuff. So we're really, it's just a lot of storylines that we're going to dig into. But as far as how it came up, quarantine. No, I'm just kidding. I was here and just praying. I just, I was told that I wasn't going to be coming back to Atlanta. Long story short, which has been happening so far since my being here, not even being here for the 6 months. With that being said, once I got here, I was just like, I love the brand, and I kept auditioning for like other shows, and it wasn't that I wasn't getting no's or yeses or no's. However, I'm a person I like to always see stuff in motion. I'm like, we already have an amazing platform. Let's expand this. Let's make this bigger. I don't. Why am I gonna come over here and do double the work when I have a platform that has over 1 million views already in place, all that's already in place. So let me be smart. So you know what I'm saying? I already know the brand. So it was an easy transition. Love you too, Will Johnson. It was an easy transition. I am just excited to bring something new to LA, because LA, we see it all on Hollywood, but we really get to see the real and the raw, like behind the scenes of like really chasing the dreams of, a country boy like myself or you know what I'm saying, from the Carolinas moving out to Atlanta or LA, to Hollywood. This is a big thing. So it was big to me. It's big to the people in my city. We got Ken Martin on here who's doing some amazing things. Another person from the Carolinas. So, and that's another thing. We have some incredible talent from these smaller cities. I am going to showcase people from LA, but I'm also going to showcase some, like I say, some people whom the social media may not know. So that's just how I plan on shaking stuff up.
Shake it up, brother. We need it. We need it, and especially with this whole Black Lives Matter situation that's going on, where we're having to take a stand and really fight for our Black rights. The thing that is often, hey, Charlotte in the house, the thing that is often negated in that conversation is LGBT community inside of the Black community. We have seen recent videos of transgender people being attacked and abused. We've seen other videos of gay men being violated. What are your feelings right now about how the freedom from oppression for Black people as a whole is directly different than the voices that we're hearing for Black LGBT people?
Right now, without doing the most, I just want everybody to love on each other. Just point blank, period. Especially in our community. I think even in these times right now, God is really showing us love. You know what I'm saying? First of all, we need to get love in our hearts for each other. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't even get through the whole video with the trans sister getting hurt by our own people. Just broke my heart. It's still something that breaks my heart. These type of topics are hard and they're very emotional for me. So what I'll just say is, let's just try to love on each other a little bit more. We already, as a people, are going through enough. Black men, Black women, LGBT. Without all of that, we're just Black.
We're just Black.
Let's just love on each other. And no matter how you feel about nobody right now, you know what I'm saying? Let's just treat everybody as if it was our own brother, our own sister, our own mother, our own father. And let's just treat everybody with respect. Please, we need each other right now.
Yes, I love that.
If anything, we need each other more than anything right now. So that's just my answer to that.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for that. I have so long said that love has no color, love has no gender, love has no sexual preference, love has no sexual orientation, love has no economic status, love has no political affiliation, love has no region, love has no country, love has no way it looks. It is in everything, and in everything is love. And when we start thinking that way, then the small things of how someone speaks and how someone dresses and who someone loves will be
Yeah.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
And that is how we really get to that space. But until then, we have got to be pushing this universal language of love that we really, as Black people, seem to be hypocritical to not love our LGBT people, and yet we're asking for love from people who are struggling to love us because of differences. Seems hypocritical. Seems backwards to say, "Hey, I want to be let in, but I don't want to let them in."
Yeah. You know, and I hate to go left, but I even was reading some things on Twitter about how people in Atlanta or certain groups of individuals were standing up and saying how they didn't want, I guess, women leading the protest, and they didn't want sissies leading the protest. I'm like, what is going on right now? Like, what are y'all doing? That's not the argument. We're sitting here fighting each other.
I gotta tell you, man, there are some right now. And I got some on right now, but right now in our society, there are some brilliant Black, white women, Latina women, people of other nationalities who are women, who are so strong.
Yeah.
There are people, as we talked earlier, in our community, the LGBTQ community, there are people who are so gifted and so talented that I would be proud for anyone to lead the movement if they're willing to work on the movement. You know, at this point, we just need all hands on deck.
Yeah, we just need all hands on. I totally agree. We need all hands on deck. We need all hands on deck. You know, even myself, when I was out on the front liners, out in San Diego, which was crazy for me, didn't even need to be on the front liners. I just, to be honest, I have to agree. I saw women on that front line, and I was just like, okay, y'all, okay, so. Like the women was showing up, like they was on the front line, all races. So, you know, to answer that question right now, I have to agree. Let's just love on each other. There's a lot going on.
Love on each other.
Let's just stay focused. And again, I will say, let's spread awareness and let's know the laws and stuff of your city. That's very important as well.
So true. You got to know the legal system in your area and make sure you're voting for the things that matter. For
yes, get out and vote.
Hello, please vote, y'all. I can't say that enough. Please vote. When it comes to, let's talk about, we talk about love. So let's switch on over to you, my brother. How is love in LA? That could be a whole show title. Love in LA. Come on.
Love in LA. You know what? Everybody has been asking for some type of love show out in LA. Let me get through one first. Love in LA. So, okay, I don't date, which, I mean, it's not that I don't date. I've been so busy trying to make sure business is handled. You know, first of all, LA is different from Atlanta. Okay, this is a whole different ball game, and I'm new, so I just want to make sure that I am focused and I, you know, make sure that my ducks are in a row before I'm out here trying to make little baby ducklings. You know, but I haven't been dating out here, so I just been really just in my work.
Thank you, whoever said we cute. I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. I ain't got on a little hat because my head won't shave, so I was like, let me put a little hat on.
It's all right. I literally just did this, so I appreciate that. I get it, brother. Like having to wanting to focus on the things that are important to you is wise, because a lot of people are so divided when it comes to their life versus their relationship, wanting to build something. And it is definitely time consuming. I always say that singleness is your opportunity to be selfish. It is the one phase in our love journey where you get the full right to be as selfish as you want with your time, your energy, your attention. You get to do whatever you choose to do in your life. But once you make a decision to move one step up from singleness to dating, or dating to relationship, or relationship to engagement, or engagement to marriage, in any of those, even in divorce, you still got to think about somebody else.
Yeah.
And so you've been using your time wisely to really focus in on your singleness. What have you been doing to be a good single?
Oh, that's a good question. What have I been doing? You know what I've been doing? I've been focusing on me. I have been getting Q back on track because in Atlanta, I don't think that I was as focused as I should have been, and I was kind of gallivanting around the city. You know, me being out here, I've lost weight. I just been sharpening up my mind, sharpening up my skill set. I love the way that you're even building these questions. You know, as a host, I've just been learning myself and loving and beginning to fall in love with me again. I'm dreaming again. I feel like I got a fresh start when I came out here a couple of months ago. I felt like I was just existing in Atlanta. And I feel that, and this is no shade for nobody there, this was my experience. I felt like I had hit a certain cap and a certain peak, and I wasn't growing and I wasn't moving. And so when I came out here, it was like I had a totally fresh start. So I guess to say, how have I been taking care of myself as being a single? I have been focused on Q, and that's something I haven't had in a long time. When I was in Atlanta, you know, I had a radio show, I was filming a reality show. I just had a lot of moving parts, and a lot of people was pulling on me in different areas. So me being here, not dating, not going to the club, not going out, all that stuff, I've been in the house for the past, I've been, not to be churchy, I've literally been in my little secret place, you know, getting myself together, because, you know, I even just a picture that I posted maybe like an hour ago, I said, you know, listen, when I return, the people will know. I just really just been taking some time off, and I feel that even in this whole quarantine was God. I feel like we all needed a break.
We all needed
a break. When I left Atlanta, I needed a break. So to answer that, the way I've been taking care of myself has just been just that way. Single just that way. Right. I love that, single and selfish.
I get it, brother. Like, taking that time to really put yourself as a priority helps you when you are going into your next phase. Now, when it is time for you to shift over into that space where you're looking for love, or in a space where you're open to the next phase of love, which is dating, what do you feel like you will be able to offer someone in this space that you may not have been able to offer before?
Oh, Quentin knows Quentin now, and I'm okay with that. I think me before, I was afraid to walk in my greatness without, you know, I was afraid to be I was afraid to be what God called me to be without, you know, making sure I wasn't coming off a certain way or doing things a certain way. So with that being said, I always felt like I had to kind of water down myself. Not even just with that, you know, I'm better. I'm better. I can hear God clear. I know my heart. I know exactly what I want. I'm not afraid to tell somebody what I want. I won't just accept whatever you give and be okay with that. I know me, and I'm not afraid to speak up. I'm not afraid to be present. And a lot of times I felt like I was just in the moment in relationships. Well, because I haven't been in a relationship in over 10 years.
Yeah.
And I felt that, you know, even with my work being tied into everything I have going on, I'm like, okay, God, let me just go and get these 10 years out of the way. But I feel like, you know, Tyler Perry, by the time I turn 30, my light bulb will come on. I think I am getting to a place where I want somebody now, but what I can bring now is Quentin knows Quentin. And that's so important to know who you are wholly entering into a relationship, because I can't bring or take if I don't know who I am.
That is so real. A lot of people who come into relationships come in with a mask on. They come in
and they expect the other person to fix them and to learn them and know them. But I know me. So when I come in, I can tell you I can tell you my good days, my bad days, my do's and my don'ts. We can go and do that day one.
I know that's real. That's real. I mean, that's the generation that we're coming into. You know, that's it. That's the generation we're coming into. People want more transparency. They want more vulnerability. They want more openness. They want genuine people. You were able to get away with that in the past and put on this facade of something in prior generations. But now people really want somebody who is themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not afraid to be shows we watch and everything.
And I'm not afraid to be me. I feel like I was afraid to be me for a long time. You know,
how do you get over that? Like, how did you get over that fear?
I got over church people first. And if you know
Real.
anything about church people are some of the hardest people to get over. So you get over church people, you get over anybody. No,
That's true.
I come from a small town. So anything that I did that did not align with the guidelines of the small city or the rules of the city, it was like, oh, you're a heathen, you're a hellion. And I held leadership positions where I came from. Like, I was a praise and worship leader. I did a lot of those things, you know, coming up in the church. I had a lot of titles like yourself. So for me, I had to get over those things quick, because God is like, what I'm trying to do for you, I don't need you listening to outside noise. I need you to only hear me and hear me only. So focus.
That's so real.
And anytime you start listening to anybody else, you start going astray. And so my purpose when I came to LA, I heard the Holy Spirit loud and clear. Stay put. And then that some open up here, some open up here, some open up here. I was like, okay. So I'm just in a whole new, I'm just creatively, mentally, financially, physically, everything about me. So the old me, I promise you, is not. Don't act like you know me now. So
I love that.
What I bring to the table, I know me, and sometimes you have to get away. And I mean, know you personally. I'm talking about deep family secrets. Go start pulling some of that stuff up and start dealing with that stuff.
Yes. I'm telling you, brother, you are so real right now. You're so on that.
I'm trying to let you talk and answer questions.
No, it's the way this show goes, brother. I let you. It goes organically the way it's supposed to. I really believe this, and what you're saying is so dead on. And for somebody who's watching who needs to hear that summed up in some way, your authentic self is like a key. Being you is like a key that only being you can unlock certain doors to your future and the potential that you have. And I'm telling you, when you're hiding you are hiding your access. When you are hiding you are hiding your potential. When you are hiding you are hiding your ability to step into your next with greater options.
Yeah.
And so, Quentin, for you to be in this headspace where you can see that clarity is going to open up doors, and clarity is going to give you the access that you need to your true happiness and joy and purpose, that is power.
Yeah. That
is power. How's it feel to be powerful?
You know what? Honestly, I feel unstoppable right now. Like, I've always knew I had God on my side, but right now, lately, and whoever in the comments catch it, literally in this season, everything I've been saying has been coming to pass. Every single desire, everything that I have had laid out. And you know what? I have to agree. God didn't start. And I feel like now I'm manifesting everything that I've been working for in the past is because I know me.
Yes.
And I know that I have the power to whatever I say and whatever I speak, it has to happen. So we've had a crazy beginning of the year, but I do decree and declare that the end of this year, God is getting ready to change some things that's happening concerning our careers, concerning our personal lives, whatever it is that we speak in this season. I said this on my YouTube the other night. I was saying that in this season, whatever it is that you speak, God give me the words to say, whatever it is that you speak is going to happen in this season. So I'll just leave that at that, whatever it is that you speak. And also what I'll say is some of those old ideas, some of those old things that we put up on the shelf or we haven't had time to do, go back and dust those things off before the end of this year's out.
I love that, man. Dust them off. You better say what they're going to be and mean it. You better be clear, because you will start attracting those things into your life.
Yeah.
A simple change in your mentality, like that power you feel, it's because you put out one thing that said it will be. And then you put out another thing that said it will be. And you took another step and it became. And you did another thing and you saw growth. And you did another thing. And it is in the progression, in the path, along the path that you really got that thing, that you really saw confidence develop and faith be produced. It is in the action. So whoever is doing something right now, take a small step. Take a small step. Trust the smallest of steps. You did this earlier. So true. Just this small. Because when you win on the small things, I promise you, you'll gain more confidence to be able to have greater faith for bigger things. And then when you win the bigger things, your faith will grow even for bigger. And when you accomplish those, you will see a snowball effect of victory start happening in your life. That's happening in yours right now. You are seeing it. And I'm so proud of this man that is here. When I first met you, you were a young man. You were a young little tenderoni.
Little
And
young
now you
bug.
have become, and now you have become this man. You have become
Yeah.
a true leader and someone that people can look up to.
And
Uh,
Byron, before you move on, I'm so sorry
yeah.
I gotta say it because it's sitting on me. So before that snowball effect happens, make sure that you are faithful over that mustard seed.
Woo. Yes.
Before you can experience the snowball effect, make sure that you are dedicated and accountable for the things that he's put in place before you now. Because if he can't trust you with YouTube Live to start on time, how can he, or Instagram Live to start on time, how can he trust you with an international show? So whatever it is that you're doing on the level that you're doing it, make sure that you're walking and doing things in excellence. And I say that because if he can't trust you over the few things, he cannot give you the snowball effect. And a lot of people think that you're supposed to get the snowball effect and then you're supposed to treat those small beginnings like trash. And then by the time you get to the snowball effect, we mishandle the snowball effect, because if we would have had those disciplined steps and those acts of faith in action back then, when we got to the snowball effect, we wouldn't have mishandled it.
Yes. Come on. Come
I wanted
on.
to make sure y'all could see my hands.
I love that. Look, let me just tell you, Cameron's on here. Cameron Washington from Power
Hey,
Huddle.
Cam!
I know, right? And I want to thank Summer, Rose the poet, and everybody who's commenting. You are like on fire, brother. You are like
I
doing.
am.
You are
Yeah,
really
I
like.
am.
What's keeping you burning though? Like what when you have those days where you are like, we all get there. As much
Yeah.
as we are passionate and we are encouraged and we are motivated and we have great vision, there's still moments where you're like, I could just sit today and do nothing. You may lose a little steam. How do you refill your tank when you've gone out?
Well, I'll say this: I never go out.
Mm.
I keep such strong individuals around me. I'll
Yeah.
never go be on E. And see, I think that's another key tool in this season is having the proper team in place, having the proper people in place. In this
Yes.
season, everybody has to know their role. So for me, I don't really have 0 days where I'm absolutely do nothing. But on my days that I feel like, I may be a little low, I just really go into like a worship mode and just really play some music. I'll play some old, I like to listen to other people. So I'll watch another interview. I'll watch another host. I'll see
Yeah.
how they do things. I like to, when I'm having those days, I like to read. I like to sit quietly because I like to be fed. I like that knowledge to just run all through me. So I'll watch other people in their craft. I'll see what they do. I'll read up on what they do. I'll read through. So what I'm doing now, I'm studying the people who have did it before me. So the people in my field who I love are the Steve Harveys, the Ellens. I know everybody got their opinion on people these days, but
Right.
I'm talking about their career.
Right.
But I've watched some of the people who I look up to, and I read their books. I've done a few things to just keep myself in positions to a place where I'm never on E. And I say that because I'm in a place where I don't do anything that doesn't align with my purpose or my passion. So I don't really have days where I can choose anything because I have to stay in this because it's not about me. Because my
Yes.
dreams is connected to, hell, I have a whole cast now. I can't just say I'm give up and I'm gonna go back to my daddy house. I got a whole cast and crew. I got a whole radio show. And if I give up, that blood, that's Bible, will be on my hands.
Yes. That's real.
So this fight is not even about me. What I'm doing, whatever seeds that I'm planting, this faith walk, whatever I'm doing, it's not even about me. This is for people connected to me. This is for the generations behind me. This is for those other LGBT voices. This is for those other LGBT influencer hosts who said that they'll never be on radio, who said that they'll never be on TV, who said they can't be an executive producer, to say that Andy Cohen will be the only reality TV producer. We don't got no black ones, so I might as well train my little ass up and do it.
Might as well be right there with you, brother, like for real. Come on, dear dreamer.
Oh, yeah. That's just where my mind at. It's so much out here. I'm just like, Q, just go. And I just want to be an example. I'm just like, God, just use me as a vessel for the people. Like, just allow me to be the example. Let people know that, like, you can do it, especially coming from the Carolinas. A lot of people just, I feel like, count us out.
They do. They do.
Little country town. Shoot, we know how to hang.
And we do. We got a lot of faith too. We got a lot of faith. I want you to take a minute, and I'm doing this because it's you, and I know you can do it. Take a minute and talk to somebody out there who needs a dear dreamer moment.
What I'll say is reposition yourself to dream again. Reposition yourself to dream again. Begin writing, begin journaling, begin walking. Do something that is going to allow you to get it out. I don't know if that's talking and walking and talking with God, journaling on your patio. Do something that's going to get your creative juices flowing. Pull those old dreams out. I feel that, especially like my parents' generation, a lot of them kind of just gave up. And I feel like if you dig back deep into that, now is the time that God is saying, listen, I have not counted you out. I have not counted you out. You needed to go through those years of that, because when I take you where you're going to be fully equipped, and you'll have the full armor on when you get there, full team in place, full mentality, full physical. Everything is gonna line up. So what I'll tell that person who needs a dream again, who needs a dear dreamer moment, is to dream again. Believe in yourself again. Fall in love again with the word of God. Fall in love with your dreams again. Every single day, say it out your mouth. Read it, study it, write it. I don't care if you at work, write on a sticky note. Keep it in your face. Because every time God gonna be like, listen, I'm tired of him asking me for this. Take it. That's because I've been faithful over a few. And so what I'll say to anybody is pull that stuff back out. Pull them dreams out and dream again. Because you can do it. You can do it. The time is now. Things are changing. So you can't say, oh, I don't know how to do that. Hell, at this point, we all don't know how to do this.
Right.
This is a whole new way of living we finna walk into. Because out here in Cali, we still on quarantine. So we ain't even been released yet. But when we, listen, whoever catch it, when we on the other side of this, we'll never be the same. But you have to do it. You have to put in the work. You got to dream. You got to pray. You got to say it. You got to write it. You got to think it. You got to dream it. You got to eat it. Everything. I had to change everything. I had to change my eating habits. I had to listen. Even my eating habits got to line up with the word of God. They got to line up with my dreams. They got to line up with my career. What I drink got to line up. Who I date got to line up. Who I have sex with got to line up. Who I communicate with got to line up. Who my manager is got to line up. Who called my phone got to line up. Everything. Can't nothing be off. I'm telling you. I am telling you. I don't have the wrong energy around me right now, because in this season, it's so imperative. I work so hard for it. I won't miss it for somebody else.
At all.
I won't. So that's why I'm so when people say, oh, Q, you so fired up, you tuned in, you losing weight, you in there, you doing, I gotta be right now. Because for so long, I did it for everybody else. So right now, Quentin knows Quentin in this season, baby. And I am ready for whatever God is getting ready to do in this season. And I promise you that. That's on this. I could be on the Steve Harvey show, and I'm going to say the same thing the same way. I know what God get ready to do.
Yes, come on. See, I told you. I told you. Yes, Lord. All right. That was it right there, brother. Look, I've been saying for a long time, and the reason why I love that you even mentioned alignment is that alignment is so real. I didn't know that this would happen this year, as no one did. But when I came into this year, I felt a strong inkling in a video I did in January about this would be the season of alignment.
Yeah.
And that alignment is simply, you can have a kite and you can run with all of your energy and all of your strength. And that kite with no wind will fly high because you're putting in so much effort and so much energy into making it do it. Or you can stand still and fly the kite in the alignment of the wind. And you don't have to exert any energy and the kite will go high. Because alignment is taking the thing that is supposed to be in a certain space and putting it there. It's not you forcing it there. It's not you positioning it there. It's not you making it be there. It's not you manipulating it to be there. It is allowing a thing to be aligned with where it's supposed to be. And if you know you're supposed to be successful and supposed to be happy and supposed to be booed up and supposed to have this job and this career and this achievement, then all you got to do, like you said, is align your life with the way that the wind is blowing in that direction. And so if it's eating better, if it's living better, it's better decisions, connecting with better people, then alignment will save you effort. It will make you live a stress-free life because alignment is easy.
Come on. Alignment is easy. Tap your neighbor and say alignment is easy.
Alignment is easy. People think that it's hard to have standards and all these things. What's harder is living out of alignment.
I'm about to say alignment is easy, but you just got to be in position.
Just got to be in position. Get in formation.
You about to find a song?
I'm about to find a song.
Come on, DJ. I saw you.
I was this close. I was this close. No,
y'all taking all this good knowledge. Y'all clap it up for Byron Jamal down in the comments. Yes, he's killing his interview.
That is you. That is you, brother. You making it easy. And I'm just glad to have another black man on a show like this where we can talk about things like this, because I don't personally get a chance to see this every day. And
you know what? We're gonna change that.
Seriously, every time I have a young man on, and I love my sisters, and I have a lot of strong women on the show, but every time it's me and another brother on, I'm telling you, not even just that show, but when people play it back and I get emails and DMs about the message, like how inspiring it is to see this. Like just with Jalen a moment ago in the last interview, we had that same kind of energy in the comments about, wow, thank you for this. This is inspiring. This is encouraging. We need more of this. We need more dialogue like this. We need more spaces like this. And I promise you there's a space for it. There's a stage for it and people want it. But it has to be what this was. It has to be transparent. It has to be real. It has to be honest. It has to be open. It has to have the walls of intimidation come down so that two brothers can talk.
Well, let's do this while the wind is positioned our way.
Come on.
Look. God, whatever this is, we want this type of energy seen internationally known on television screens, huh?
Woo, come on, speak that. I'm with it.
Some type of airways, God, whatever you're doing, so create this space, okay?
Woo. I pray for strong connections amongst men. I thank you for the men in this world who have great visions and great dreams. And I especially, and I will say this directly to you, since it's my show, I want to make sure I speak into you as a strong black man, that I see more dreams and I see more visions even now in your life. And I believe that if you keep this level of encouragement and this level of focus, I see focus. If you stay focused in this way, I promise you that every arrow you shoot will be a bullseye. I promise everything that you do will be 100, not 99, not 79, not 69, but 100. You will get the full value out of everything that you pursue, because we serve a God of fullness, not halfness, but fullness. And there will be dividing lines and clarity about every decision. You won't have hard decisions. You will have big decisions. You won't have hard decisions. You will have big decisions. I feel that. You will not have hard decisions. The decisions will be clear. You will just have to big decisions. They won't be hard. They will be big. They will be grand. They will be bigger than the people around you. They will be bigger than the people who are near you, the people that you've even mentioned before. You will see bigger bigger decisions than them. And so in this next season, when big decisions come, remember, they're not hard, they're just big. Woo! Yes, just remember, they're big, they're not hard. And for somebody out there listening, I feel a special attachment to that there is something that you must be able to put in your spirit to say thank you for the clarity. Everybody ought to just say that. Thank you for the clarity. Thank you for the clarity. Yes. Because when it's clear, it's easy. When it's clear, there's no other conversations that need to be had. When it's clear, there is an easier choice. When it's clear, we know which direction to go in. When it's clear, we know what to pick up and what to put down. And so thank you for the clarity.
Yes, God. Thank you for the clarity.
Yes.
I received it. Woo. I'm over here rocking and trying to behave. I'm over here like, don't say much. Thank you for the clarity. Woo.
Thank you for the clarity. Needed that today. That was, this is why strong men coming together is so powerful.
Yeah.
This is why. And so I thank you for it, brother. And thank you for the time. I want you to make sure you tell anybody who doesn't know exactly what you do so they can follow you and follow your journey into the big things that you're going into, even bigger. Go ahead and tell them where to find you, my man.
Yeah, I'll do that. But before I do, Byron Jamal, I just want to say to you as well, in this season, begin to specifically tell God what it is that you want, because I feel that this is training for you. And I didn't even know all of this was in you, but I knew that there was ministry in you. But seeing you on this side of things, I feel that something's coming out of this. So stay exactly where you are. And in this season, God is going to turn this into something. I don't even know why, but I feel like you just pulled something out of me, even concerning an idea I had with, Black men in this space who can speak freely, talk about being gay, talk about or being bisexual, however you identify, talk about God, can pray, can do all this, talk about hot topics, talk about politics and flow. So I believe that there is I'll say this, there's a space in the room for you. Your gift will make room for you. There's a space for specifically for you. Just stay in position. Like you said with that kite. That word was for us, but it was for you too. It was for you. It hit hard first. If you stay right where you at, God get ready to align that kite where you need to be. You guys can find me on all of my social media sites at Quentin T. Harris. That's Quentin Harris. You know, when the Holy Ghost stops speaking, I stop talking too. That's how the old saints talk.
That's the old saints.
You guys, please get my book and get my shirt, Dear Dreamer shirts. I have this shirt that I have on. It has sleeves, which I know I'm a little fleshy, so I cut my sleeves off. Y'all pray that Jezebonic demon off of me. Amen. You guys can follow me on all of my social media sites. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I cut up on there and I act just as silly, but I will pray on there too. All of social media sites everywhere. Quentin T. Harris. Be sure to watch Chasing LA. Subscribe to Chasing Reality on YouTube. My book is in my bio. My shirts are in my bio. Follow Byron Jamal. Byron, I'm elated and I'm honored to be a part of this. Thank you for having me on. I definitely feel that this was a God movement and a God connect here. And this is not our personal life. I'm talking spiritually and business. We're in that realm right now. So stay right where you are, my friend. Thank you guys so much for having me again. I hope I said something to encourage you, to spark you, to motivate you, to help you jump out there and just dream again. And if you are in a current state of dreaming, dream bigger than what you've been dreaming. It's cute, y'all. I appreciate y'all for having me. Byron Jamal, I love you so much.
Love you too, brother.
I'm honored. I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much.